Now, recently itong phone na ito caught my attention, and this is the Oneplus Ace, and this is only available in China, so China ROM lang siya, kaya ito Ichia, meaning ng Oneplus Ace 5G. So, pag-usapan natin kung ano nga bang hype na meron dito sa phone na ito. Tara, buksan natin. So, hi guys! Ako pala si Rich mo na Gadget Sidekick and welcome back to my channel. So, what I like about this one, si Oneplus Ace, is ang kanyang box is as big as yung mga flagship ni Oneplus. So, expect na medyo maganda ang nito, no? Ang kanyang packaging. So, kita natin Ace nakasulat. So, naalala ko mga Oneplus 9 at Oneplus 8, ganito din ang packaging. Mahabang box na kulay pula. Normally, pag si Oneplus, pag ganito packaging, mga flagship level. So, I think na this one should be somewhere up there. Kaya, kaya medyo nag-hype ditong phone na ito. And I believe na medyo may pagka-flagship level ang kanyang specs. And here are some of the user guide, manuals, and some stickers, as well as a SIM ejector pin. So, kita natin ang phone is here. So, halos ganun din ang presentation ng mga flagship ni OnePlus. So, pag hinila natin ang phone, it looks like this. And it has a triple camera setup sa likod. And the color is quite nice. And ang color nito is blue, but I believe na more of blue-green ang dating na dito sa akin. More of a blue. Tingnan natin kung ano pa ibang gamit dito sa loob. And we also have a jelly case dito na frosted. So, isalpak lang natin dito sa likod. So, makita natin, it still looks good on this one. Hindi na siya ganun ka-transparent ang kanyang color, but more of a little bit frosted. Medyo pagkakuting translucent. But for me, it's okay. We have your standard C2C charger. We have your standard C2C cable. We have your traditional standard C2C cable na pula ni OnePlus, red and white. And ito halimaw, 160 watts na super VOOC charger. And I believe na it should blow you away when nag-charge kayo. Sobrang bilis nito, guys. Quick phone tour muna tayo. Sa ilalim, meron siya loudspeaker, Type-C port, of course, ang kanyang microphone in, and of course, yung kanyang SIM tray. So, isusundot lang natin yung SIM tray. Let's just see kung meron nga bang micro SD na expansion. And pag tinignan natin, dalawang SIM card na 5G lang kaya na support. Nano SIMs. On one side, it's the volume rocker. Sa ibabaw, may IR siya, and of course, kanya noise cancelling mic. On the other side, it's just the fingerprints. On the other side, it's the power button dahil nasa screen na ang kanyang fingerprint scanner. Sa likod, ang kanyang triple camera setup na may 50MP na main camera lens. And kita natin, pag sinishift natin to, parang yung ring niya umiilaw. Ang ganda. Astig lang kanyang design. Pansin ko guys na this phone has received some hype over the past 2 months. And I believe na yung phone na ito has some punch inside. It's a bit more of a, parang let's just say underrated ang phone na ito dahil hindi siya masyado napapansin. And probably the only restriction or probably the only limitation na masasabi ko na meron dito sa phone na ito is that it wasn't released globally. It's only available in China. And this one is right now currently being priced at around 18,999 sa official store na nakita natin sa OnePlus Global. And sometimes pa nag-sale to, umaabot siya as low as sometimes 16,000. Or if may voucher pa kayo, baka umabot pa kayo ng 15,000. Depende sa discount ninyo. I'll be linking everything on the description below. And this one comes in a global ROM. So I believe na finlash nila into a global ROM. So this one has yung Google Play and some bloatwares. Pero kung yung mga bloatwares, kaya naman tanggalin, mabilis lang siya mawala and hindi siya sagabal naman. Pag once na natanggal yung mga bloatwares, halos stuck under feel na makikita mo dito sa phone na ito. And this one is currently running Oxygen OS 12.1 inside Android 12. And it has 8 gigs of RAM na may 3 gigs of RAM extension. So meaning it gives you a little bit more smoother experience lalo sa multitasking and lalo na sa playing games. So itong phone na ito is equipped with the MediaTek Dimensity 8100 Max. So previously, we've seen this same chip na equipped sa Realme GT3 Neo na almost at par dito sa kanyang performance. Only si Max is more of yung collaboration between OnePlus and si MediaTek. But the regular 8100 Max is almost the same performance dito sa meron natin sa phone na ito. So kita natin na this phone is really something. It packs a lot of punch. And I would recommend this to you dahil sa kanyang chipset and kanyang performance, lalo sa kanyang price point. And it is also highly recommended by one of our friends sa channel natin, si Sir Janice of Pinoy Tech Dad. You can also check it out on his full review nitong phone na ito. So this is the score na nakuha natin sa Antutu Benchmark 9.4.2. So, well, hindi naman siya ganun kataasan. It could have exceeded a little bit more. Kahit yung GT Neo 3 has a little bit more better score than this one. But overall performance, wala akong masabi. Ang bilis, ang smooth nitong phone na ito, lalo sa multitasking. And malalaman natin a little bit later, lalo sa gaming performance. So itong phone na ito comes with a 4,500 mAh of battery and it can fast charge up to 150 watts of fast charging. Ang kasama ng charging brick is 160. Probably it's for more of a expansion sa future. Maybe magkaroon siya ng 160 watts of phone. So you can also use that charger to that future OnePlus phone na you might buy pretty soon. So, chinarge natin to phone na ito from 10% to 100. It took me 24 minutes. Sobrang bilis, guys. Bilib na bilib ako sa charging speed ng phone na ito. Pagdating naman sa kanyang screen on time na itong phone na ito, I was able to manually rate it at around 14 hours and taking it out on a daily basis, casual using. Kaya-kaya niya magtagal on normal basis. But, of course, if you're having heavy games throughout the day, medyo mapapacharge ka at the middle of the day. But, on normal usage, kayang-kaya niya on a one whole day basis. So napansin ko dito sa wildlife, it was able to gather a very nice score dito. So I was quite intrigued kung kaya niya mag-high performance dito pagdating sa gaming. And true enough, on several titles na na-try natin, on Call of Duty, sa Genshin Impact, and of course sa Asphalt 9, I was able to really play it out, max settings, enjoy na enjoy tayo dito. Lalo na ka ng touch response, okay na okay siya. Wala akong naging problema. It was able to give me probably one of the best experience pagdating sa isang mid-ranger na phone. Now, itong phone na ito has a 6.7-inch na OLED display. It also can reproduce up to 1 billion colors, giving you very detailed na colors dito sa phone na ito. 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, HDR10+, and ang kanyang maximum brightness can achieve at the highest 9,500 nits. And kanyang pixel density is at around 394 na ppi. And ang kanyang protection sa harap is Corning Gorilla Glass 5 and side frames na is plastic as well as likod niya is definitely plastic. So ang design niya sa likod is more of matte finish sa kanan na side and under the camera it's more of yung parang lines na parang rib type na finish. Medyo unique siya on its own. And one good sign dito sa phone na ito na gustong-gusto ko rin is that manipis ang kanyang chin sa ilalim. Well, pretty much thin din ang kanyang sides and sa taas, maliit naman ang kanyang punch hole na camera. There's a mode dito na pwede natin gamitin. It's a bright HDR video mode. So meaning if you're watching HDR na videos, it can increase yung brightness. So depende sa inyo, no? There are some people who likes it. There are also some people who doesn't like it. So one thing na napansin ko na medyo kakaiba dito sa UI ni OnePlus is pag swipe down mo dito is meron siya mga widgets dito na kakaiba, no? Which I seldom see or probably never seen in other Android system except dito kay OnePlus. And it's really nice, neat siya tingnan. Kita mo dito step counter, your weather report, some of these quick shortcut icons na gusto mong gamitin. If you want to access the other ones, yung mga shortcuts na lagi natin ginagamit, it's here on the other side. Now, watching videos on this phone is quite enjoyable dahil sa kanyang 120 Hz of screen refresh rate, punchy ang kanyang colors, I really love it. And I quite watch a few films dito sa phone na ito and it's okay. Quite enjoyable naman siya. And ang gustong-gusto ko lang talaga dito sa kanya is that quite thin ang kanyang bezel. So, meaning medyo full screen experience talaga na makuha mo dito sa phone na ito. And probably the only limitation na meron netong phone na ito na probably most China phones na meron is that level 3 na kanyang Wi-Fi security. Meaning you cannot watch mga HD sa Netflix and sa other online streaming apps na paborito ninyo. Probably that's the only limitation na meron netong phone na ito na medyo nakakahinayang. Kunti na lang, halos perfect mid-range phone na ito for year 2022. Pag-usapan natin ang kanyang camera, and this phone has a 50MP na main camera sensor na aperture 1.9. It's equipped with the Sony IMX766. Ang Sony IMX766 is one of the most widely used na camera sensor, normally sa mga flagship, and it gives us really those perfect na photos on a smartphone. And it's also equipped with the 8MP na ultra-wide lens and 2MP na macro lens. And ang sagad na kaya niya is-shoot na video dito sa rear camera is a 4K 30fps na format. Then sa harap meron siyang 16MP na punch hole camera together with a video capability of 1080p 30fps. I'm quite impressed sa mga pictures na nakuha ko dito sa phone na ito, especially sa outdoor settings. It was able to give me all those really nice shots. And one thing na nagustuhan ko rin sa kanya is ang bilis niya mag-focus dito sa phone na ito. It was really giving me lahat yung almost flagship level feel. Yung feel lang naman. Probably ang mga photos na nakuha na sa mga flagship is a bit better. But this one is almost kaya niyang humabol. Meaning, andyan na siya. I mean, you can get those quality photos na mala flagship at this price point. It's pretty good. And taking some low light shots, it's also really nice and punchy mga photos. I was also really quite impressed. Selfie photos are average, okay lang naman siya, but using it for zoom video is also quite okay. Tinignan din natin kanyang video camera. Ang kanyang rear camera was able to record a 4K 30fps na video. Medyo a little bit shaky dahil wala siyang OIS but meron naman siya EIS. Medyo nabawasan but well, for me, medyo kulang pa. So guys, this is the front camera of the Oneplus Ace, and I can say the resolution is pretty decent, pretty nice, and it's probably something that you want to use for vlogging or for using for conferencing like Zoom or Google Meets. Okay na okay siya, and I can say na the resolution is not bad. Given na medyo limited lang ang lighting scope, okay na to. On this condition, itong camera ni Oneplus Ace. Front camera video is okay. Probably not the wow factor, but I can say average siya. It's just simply okay. Now, playing with this phone for almost a week, I can say na all the good things I can say about this phone. It's really the wow factor on this one that probably can let me recommend this as probably the mid-ranger of the year 2022. Probably nasa front runner siya for this year. Unless na may lalabas na mas mura sa kanya, na mas maganda ang specs. But for me, I'm quite wowed by this one. The only limitation is that it's China ROM. But nevertheless, it's okay dahil yung seller, si OnePlus Global, has already flashed it to a global ROM. So meaning there's a Google Play Store inside. But this phone is only released in China as the OnePlus Ace and released in India as the OnePlus 10R. Overall, for me, this phone deserves that hype, but well, hindi naman talaga siya nag-hype dahil hindi siya globally available. But probably if this one is available globally, ang ganda ng hype nito phone na ito. Dahil sa kanyang specs and sa kanyang price point, walang-wala ang ibang phone. I'm really pretty sure na this one can probably blow by other mid-ranger of its same category na, well, almost the same price point. Now guys, if you're looking for a phone na around mga 18,000-ish or a little bit lower pagdating sa mga sale ng Lazada, this one is one of my highly recommended phones, the OnePlus Ace. Feel free to check out ang full review ni Sir Janice of Pinoy Tech Dad kung bakit din niya highly recommended ang phone na ito. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, click mo na rin ang bell icon para hindi nyo ma-miss mga future uploads dito sa aking channel. And so, ako pala si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up?